something really big is happening in Indonesia's education system. There's a brand new regulation on the horizon, the 2026 process standards, and it's set to completely change the game for teaching and learning. So, what's really inside? Let's unpack it together.
Right off the bat, you can tell this isn't just some small tweak to the rules. This is a total rethink of what school is all about. The whole thing starts with this really powerful question. What if school wasn't just a place you had to go, but a place that was designed on purpose to be conscious, meaningful, and even joyful?
And the regulation gives us a very clear answer. It says all learning, every single bit of it, has to be built on 3 core pillars. It needs to be berkesadaran, which is conscious, bermakna, or meaningful, and menggembirakan, which means joyful. These 3 words are the DNA of this entire transformation. Okay, so here's our game plan for this explainer. First, we'll dig into that new philosophy. Then we'll look at the blueprint for actually planning lessons. After that, we'll see how it all comes to life in the classroom. We'll explore the new 360-degree feedback loop, and finally, we'll talk about what this really means for you. All right, let's dive into those 3 core principles. They sound great on paper, right? But what does conscious, meaningful, and joyful actually look like when the bell rings? So first up is berkesadaran, or conscious. This is all about getting students out of the passenger seat. It's about creating learners who actually understand why they're learning something, who feel that drive from within, and who over time learn to steer their own education. Next, we have bermakna, or meaningful. You know that classic question every student asks, when am I ever going to use this? Well, this principle tackles that head-on. It demands that learning connects to the real world, so students aren't just memorizing facts for a test, but can actually use what they know in real life. And the third pillar is menggembirakan, joyful. Now hold on, this doesn't mean it's recess all day. It's about creating a classroom atmosphere that's genuinely positive. You know, a place that's challenging but also fun, that sparks curiosity and makes students actually want to raise their hands and jump into the conversation. And wrapping all 3 of these ideas together is this beautiful foundational concept, saling memuliakan. It basically means a culture of mutual respect and honor. This isn't just a nice to have, it's the bedrock of the whole system, signaling a huge shift towards a more human-centered way of learning. So we've got this incredible new philosophy, but how do we turn these big ideas into actual lesson plans? Well, it all starts with the blueprint. The new standard is really clear on this. Every single lesson has to be a well-defined journey. It's all about intentionality. Think of it like a roadmap, so the teacher knows where they're going, and just as importantly, the student does too. And to make sure that roadmap is solid, every lesson plan now has to have 3 key parts, no exceptions. First, the learning objectives. What's our destination? Second, the learning steps. What's our route to get there? And third, assessment. How do we know if we've arrived? It's a simple, powerful, and complete cycle. Okay, the plan is on paper. Now for the exciting part. How does this all come to life inside the 4 walls of a classroom? This is where the philosophy really gets put to the test. The regulation paints a really vivid picture of what the ideal classroom should feel like. It's not a place for passive listening. It should be buzzing with energy, interactive, inspiring, fun, and yes, even challenging. The whole point is to create a space that motivates students and gives them room to be creative. Of course, this means the role of the teacher has to evolve, big time. They're no longer just the sage on the stage. Now they need to be a role model, a mentor who guides, and a facilitator who creates the conditions for students to discover things for themselves. And to support teachers in this new role, the regulation provides this really helpful 4-pillar framework. It says great learning isn't just about teaching strategies. It's also about building partnerships with parents and the community, creating a safe and inclusive environment, both physical and virtual, and using technology in a smart way to make learning better. All right, let's talk about what might be one of the most innovative parts of this whole new standard, the way it handles assessment. It's not a one-way street anymore. It's a full 360-degree feedback loop. And honestly, this could be a real game changer. The focus is shifting dramatically. It's no longer just about putting a grade on a student's report card. It's about evaluating the entire learning process itself to figure out what's working and what needs to be improved. So where does this feedback come from? Well, pretty much everywhere. It's a multi-directional system. You've got teachers reflecting on their own practice, other teachers providing peer feedback, the head of school weighing in, and this is so important, the students themselves having a voice. And each of these channels has a very specific job. Feedback from fellow teachers, that's all about building a collaborative culture where everyone helps each other get better. And feedback from students, that's about empowering them, giving them a sense of ownership, and making the classroom a place where their perspective truly matters.
Okay, we've covered the philosophy, the planning, the classroom, and the feedback. So let's bring it all home and answer the most important question. What does all of this actually mean for the people on the ground? Let's boil it all down. For teachers, this is a clear mandate to step into the role of a creative mentor. For students, this is a powerful invitation to become active, self-aware drivers of your own education. And for schools, it's a call to action to build a culture that's reflective, collaborative, and always learning. And this is a really crucial point. See that number 1? It's because this single, unified regulation is replacing all the old, separate ones. This creates one clear blueprint for every school in the country, ensuring everyone is working from the same page. So, there it is. The standard has been set. The blueprint is on the table. The only question left, and it's a big one, is this: how are we, all of us, going to use it to build the future of education?
Please like, subscribe Global Indonesia School YouTube channel. Check it out now.